Spoiler alert. I mean, honestly, if you listen to this podcast, spoilers.
Spoilers.
I went back and I looked at some of the stuff that we'd done, and I was just like, this is actually really good. and I messaged you, and I'm just like, do you reckon we could do this again? And you were just like, maybe. That was a week ago.
Yeah. Well, I did want to see you again.
People of the universe, please attend carefully. The message which follows is of vital importance to you all. We present to you a case study of one of the most dangerous minds in the universe. A history of the lives and times of the renegade Time Lord known as the Master.
The Master. Call me Master.
The choice is simple. Join us and continue listening, or face total annihilation.
Listen.
They are the Master, and you will obey them.
You will obey me.
Please attend carefully. Hello and welcome to Please Attend Carefully, the Doctor Who podcast about the most magisterial of malefactors. I'm Ciarán.
I'm Amber.
And we're back! It's nice to be back.
It has been almost 12. It's been over 12 months.
It has. The last episode we put out was the Dark
Easter
Path.
Miracle.
Yeah.
We rose
We
from
is
the
risen.
dead. And then we went back to sleep and didn't return for a long time, which, anyway.
Yeah. We're sorry. I mean, actually, we don't need to be sorry. We can do what we want. It's our podcast.
We're sorry to each other.
We are sorry to each other. It's honestly the thing that I missed most about the podcast was just sitting and talking to my friends.
Yeah. Yeah. We recorded, though. We've got episodes.
We've got a couple of episodes, a bunch of random stuff. It became hard to exist in a Doctor Who space, I think. Like there was that.
It became hard to exist.
It became hard to exist,
You
yeah.
looked outside?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like it was hard. Like, and we looked at doing other podcasts as well, and none of them
Yeah.
came
I'll tell
through.
you after this my idea that I do want to do, but anyway.
Okay,
we
all right.
can't start a second one. Get this one back on track first.
Put a note. Yep, cool. So, like for me, we stopped around the time we had some like big changes. I stopped running a company that was all about podcasts, and suddenly making a podcast is a very difficult thing to do.
Yeah.
Also, Doctor Who, we were making it at the time when
I stopped watching.
you stopped watching Doctor Who.
Yeah. I didn't get through the last Gatwa series. I'm intending to return. I'm not like, I'm never watching that. I'm going to watch it.
Do you know what? I'm just now at the moment rewatching series 1.
Mm.
I'm enjoying it so much. I am. I'm just like so free of everything else. It's like when people were bitching about Chibnall, and like you go back and you watch Jodie Whittaker now, and you're just like, oh, it's a joy.
Yeah.
It is such a joy. And I think the problem with Doctor Who is people. I don't want to say it's the fans, because obviously like the fans, are what make the show keep going in a certain way.
Yeah.
But it's the sort of the sort of people who want everything to like tie up in a neat little bow. And so the thing that I have found hardest, and I don't know if anyone else feels like this, it might just be me, it is just the people who the show can never live up to their expectations. They spend so long thinking about what the show should be that they do not spend any time accepting the show for what it is.
Yeah. And it can be disappointing. I'll be the other side of the coin to this. It can come out and maybe just not be good, and by your own standard. For me, I just didn't think the writing was good. I didn't begrudge anyone who liked it still. I'm just not one of those loud voices that then goes on the internet and bashes it or says that. So I just simply stop consuming it live.
Yeah.
And I will go back to other things I like. That happens too. And it's disappointing as the person who's on that side of things.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, what can you do about that?
I hope that in a couple of years' time you can sit and watch it and enjoy it again. Like I hope you can go back and watch this episode and go, oh, maybe there was something redeeming in there. But if you can't, that's fine.
I don't actively go and watch Sylvester McCoy and Colin Baker's stuff because it's also, again, not that I think it's bad, not at all. It's just not for me.
Yeah.
But I do continue to go back to and watch the Third Doctor.
Yeah.
And things like that. And, you know, Callum and I, so throughout this year, what have we been up to? We went back and we went, what are the best episodes from the 2005 run?
Yeah.
You know, between 9 and 10.
I would say
Well,
Fear Her, Love and Monsters.
Well, Callum had never seen Love and Monsters before. He'd never seen that episode. So immediately I was like, we're watching Love and Monsters. Because if someone hasn't seen that episode, you kind of have to make them watch that episode. So we just went back and my God, there was just something about that era that it was the way it looked.
Yeah.
Like there's for example, it's hard to describe, but for example, there's a scene in School Reunion where Anthony Head and David Tennant are filming a scene in a pool.
A pool, yes.
It would never happen. It would never happen again. Nowadays in modern Who, there is never ever a moment where like Ncuti Gatwa would be on location in a school, in a room with a pool.
Yep.
Just having a conversation where it's just lit as it is.
Mm-hmm.
There's no neon light. There's no water, like there's no reflection from the water bouncing off onto them.
Yep.
They're literally just standing in a room with a pool having a conversation. And it's just that tackiness almost.
Yeah.
Like, but it's so much fun.
Well, I mean, it's like the wobbly sets.
Yeah.
It's like it's old wobbly sets as
But
well.
it's its own version of that. It's like we just found a room that we could be in on location.
But yeah, I think, you and I found different things about the fandom exhausting. And it's taken us both a while to get back to finding the joy in it again, I think.
Yeah.
Which is, and this is a very specific thing, but I think some people listening will understand. It's like people who make Doctor Who fan audios and they make an entire Discord about it. And then every 6 months they completely revamp it from the start to finish. And it's just like, no, you have to build on what's come before.
You've got to keep going.
You've got to keep going. And like, like people like I've cut off social media so much. I'm only on Blue Sky now because that is the nicest of the social medias as far as I'm
and I'm only on Tumblr, but in a way that I don't actually speak to anyone. I'm not DMing people or really reblogging people in discourse. I'm just consuming for my own purposes. You and I are both the same sort of thing. It was, we both had to escape the, I don't know, like hate hype. Yeah. Like we both had to just get away from that. But yeah, it was honestly, it was about a week ago I went back and I looked at some of the like stuff that we'd done and I was just like, this is actually really good. and I messaged you and I'm just like, do you reckon we could do this again? And you were just like, maybe. That was a week ago. Yeah. Well, I did want to see you again. Yeah. Like, not that we haven't seen each other. No, we've seen each other a few times, but it's just about taking on what you can. Yeah. And I think the lesson learned is that when the show is airing, it's time to rest the show and just not do anything. Not feel like you need to be a voice or you need to have an opinion or you need to consume at a rate, which then means you can be capitalizing on. That was very much another thing. You know, because, you know, there is a thing where we made this where it was like, oh, maybe it could get big and maybe enough people would listen that we could actually be voices in the community. Mm-hmm. And we could build community within that. And I think that was just it was that naive. Poisons the well. Yeah. Of what you are trying to build. Exactly. Which is a lesson, to be fair, I think a lot of streamers and influencers and all kinds of media people learn. Yes, exactly. Like you know, it comes for everyone, that lesson. Yeah, it's difficult. Like, and we tried to sort of, again, I had been up until this point, like working in podcasting, trying to make podcasting work. And you're right. It was it wasn't fun anymore. Like we had burnt ourselves out. It wasn't fun. We were trying to put out too many things and then failing at doing the thing, like our self imposed like metrics. And like we're not the Doctor Who show or the Hamster with a Blunt Pen Knife or any of those other like podcasts. But it's nice to be back. It's nice to be chatting with you. And we've just, as we're speaking now, we've just recorded a new episode. Yes. That was just us going back to basics of just sitting on the sofa watching the VHS. Yeah, of an episode. That was a lot of fun. And we have more VHSs. So I think it would be fun to include that in the process to make it have a point.
Yeah.
To sit on the couch with your friend and watch a VHS tape of Doctor Who from your childhood and remember that is why you are even doing this in the first place.
Yeah.
You know, rather than being like, quick, this episode's out, watch it, get on mic, tell everyone what you think, like, you know, edit it, go.
Or the other side of the thing where you're just like, oh, I want to watch Planet of Fire today, but I can't because we're going to probably do it on the podcast soon.
Yeah.
Like,
if I watch that episode, I'll have to take notes or I won't be able to stop myself.
Yeah.
Thinking I've got to take
Whereas
notes.
I watched Planet of Fire the other week on the brand new season 21 box set, and it looks fabulous. It's great. It really did the best it could with Chameleon, but that like
yeah. And I recently, I think another reason why I was kind of keen to record again is that, as you know, there's two points to this, but as you know, I love Doctor Who action figures. I have a huge collection, but you know, I'm an adult. I obviously don't get the action figures out and play with them.
Yeah.
But Tomodachi Life, Living the Dream, allows me to play with my action figures on the Switch because I just make the Miis look like the characters from the show, and then I can just play with them like dolls. And I can make them do stuff, and they do things autonomously, and I watch them and I laugh at them and I share screenshots with you. And
you share so many screenshots with me. I love it. I do.
It just makes me remember that I do love these characters, and it makes me giggle when they do things.
What is it?
Let's say the two of us moved in together. What's something we could spend our days doing together? Let's say it together on 3. 1, 2, 3. Bullying Adric?
We're so compatible. Let's move in together.
We're coming back tentatively. We're aiming for 1 episode a month because I've seen other podcasts that do 1 episode a month and they're good. Like,
yeah.
And I think it's an event thing. It's not, you know, you're waiting for it to come out that month, and it's a really nice. It's like a magazine, right? Like you're waiting for your thing.
I don't think many people are going to know what it's like to wait for a magazine, if I'm being honest.
I hope that they're reading Doctor Who magazine.
The age of something like that. Magazines were naff, maybe even when we were teenagers. How many kids in your high school had magazine subscription?
See, you said high school there, but you forget the impact of K-Zone.
Yeah, but you were in high school.
No, I wasn't. I was in primary school. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Maybe you don't read magazines. I'm
just saying. I think
maybe you're illiterate.
Maybe that's more of a dated reference than you think it is.
Fun fact: the word "naff" is actually Polari, like gay slang, and it's an acronym. It's not available for fucking.
Okay.
Yep. Just I'd throw that in there.
The other fandom thing I'm looking forward to is that Character Options have announced for the first time since the early 2000s a Build-A-Figure set.
Yeah.
Where 5 or 6 figures are gonna come out.
Yeah, I think is it 5? And like what was the last one they did?
Every single one is going to contain a piece to a bigger figure of the Yeti. So if you collect every figure that comes out this year, you'll be able to build a Yeti figure.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited.
I'm annoyed because I looked at the lineup, I'm like, that's cool, but I only want the Wirren.
Yeah, whereas I say I want the Yeti.
Yeah.
So therefore
I must get all of them.
And I definitely want Liz Shaw.
Yes, because you are big on collecting, making sure you've got every single Doctor and every single companion.
Yes.
And you're doing so well.
I am. Tegan was the last figure that came out.
Yeah.
They finally released a Tegan, and they did a nice Anthony Ainley. They're called the Vortex Collection, which is just slang for they're highly detailed and expensive.
Yeah, it's interesting.
There's no non-Vortex figures anymore. Like
they are. They release them as box sets through B&M in the UK.
That's right.
And they're a pain in the ass to get
them. Yeah.
Like every time you see like a 3-pack, that's them.
So yeah. So in terms of fandom, I suppose there's been no news on the TV show front. I mean, War Between the Land and the Sea came and went with nary an impact on the fandom.
I mean, you're plugged into Tumblr. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good.
I got 2 or 3 episodes in, and after they just stood around literally talking back and forth at one another for a whole episode, I just didn't
Yeah.
I assume more happens, but it really just I kind of was like, I want something else to happen.
So yeah, but no news on the TV show front, even though we are.
The evil has been defeated. We're leaving Disney.
Yeah, I don't think Disney was the evil part. I don't think Disney No, I don't think Disney had much to do with the show, to be perfectly honest.
I don't think so either, but only in the sense that I would hope it would maybe return to a platform that maybe is more available.
I mean, look, it's going to go back to the BBC and they're going to do something with it. Whether they're going to start, I don't think they'll do a co-production deal again. I think they'll probably do a distribution deal. Yeah. The thing about Doctor Who is apparently they spent like several million on each episode just to upscale it to be Disney Plus's thing. So like, if you just put that money back into the show, it's fine.
It doesn't, not that it needs all the money in the world.
No,
but,
exactly. Well, I was actually recently, because I'm going through stuff to sort of, at the end of this is going to be some things that we've recorded in the meantime that, we didn't really put out. It's just sort of, little things.
Yep.
But there's this, I found an old recording of us talking about the first half of season 1. And we're just I think everyone needs a time capsule of them talking about Doctor Who 2 years ago, so you can go, oh wow, we were so wrong about so many things.
Yeah, sure. That's interesting.
But there's a bit in it where we're just like, why does this show look like this? Like the anniversary specials looked gorgeous.
Yeah.
What has changed? So I don't know, cinematographer change. Don't know. I haven't actually looked into it.
Yep.
But yeah, so that's sort of where we are with Doctor Who figures and video games and. There's a new, me, I love my multi-part multimedia things. There's a new one coming.
Oh.
It's called Circuit Breaker.
Okay.
And it's Unit and the Fugitive Doctor.
Oh, yes, I've heard of this.
Yeah. So it is in the same vein as Time Lord Victorious and Doomsday.
Maybe quickly, just other fandom update, things, because that's kind of what we're doing. There has been one other thing, and I'll just put this here and I'll say, maybe just skip ahead 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Taskmaster spoiler. Taskmaster spoiler for potential future casting. If you're trying not to avoid spoilers for lineups, skip this.
Mm-hmm.
Go about 30 seconds ahead.
Yeah.
There was maybe a mistake on a flyer advertising Rufus Hound's new show that said he's a Taskmaster.
Yeah, as seen on.
Yes. Which means we might be getting one of the first major, well, he's probably not even considered major, a Doctor Who actor.
Yeah. I mean, he's been, as far as TV goes, he's probably been in as many as Reece Shearsmith has. And Steve Pemberton.
Yes.
And as far as audio goes, Reece Shearsmith might actually have more than him. I'm not sure.
I mean, but he's the monk.
Yeah, he's the monk. He's the monk. Yeah. But this is more than 30 seconds. Keep going. If you hear this, keep jumping. Yeah, edit it down. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a sign that someone's getting fired.
Yes, I think Alex Horn. Not that Alex Horn is particularly ruthless. They're going for whoever did that.
Yeah.
If it's true.
We're not saying it is.
Yeah.
We're legally not saying it is.
No. Legally, like they're going to come for us. Wow.
Is there anything else? Like, we are currently recording this at a point when it's still Billie Piper is the last thing we saw. So
we have no idea. Were the set photos of, again, spoilers, set photo spoilers?
I think it was generally agreed that it was probably AI at the end. In the end,
okay, not
just because they don't, just because they haven't started filming yet.
That's what I assumed.
Yeah. Although, if I'm with Doctor Who, I'm trying desperately to cut back on my speculation.
Yeah,
I have been of the opinion for at least the last year and a half. The next Doctor is going to be Helena Bonham Carter.
Be an interesting choice.
I think it's the only way you move forward. And also, it was announced that she has very suddenly departed The White Lotus, the popular American drama.
Mm-hmm.
So she has just exited after filming after 5 days, and she has now been replaced by Laura Dern.
Right.
So, and around now would be the time when they would start filming.
At least
Doctor
working
Who.
on.
Yeah. So,
thing.
and I've been I've been sure of this for a long time because she said in a random interview that the Doctor Who production office got in contact with her and said they would like to offer her a role. And she called Russell T Davies because they'd worked together on Nolly, which is a fantastic drama.
Yeah.
I suggest everyone watch it. It's fantastic. When she called him, he didn't know that they were going to offer her that role. And so he went, no, don't take it. Like, please don't take it. I've got something better for you.
Right.
So...
Interesting. I wonder if they're offering her the Rani.
Possibly.
No, I think that the right play is to make the Rani in line with the name, the Rani.
Oh, yeah, no, but whether they wanted her to play the first Rani, like the
Yeah.
Anita Dobson Rani.
Yeah, that's true.
Because she could play that, like the Mrs. Flood character.
Yeah.
That would be her. Absolutely, that would be her through and through. But I want to see Helena Bonham Carter. As I've said before, after all the problems they had with Shooty, I don't know where everyone like lands on that, but from everything I've heard from people who have been on the production and things like that, it was a difficult thing. But like as we've said before, like he's a young guy who was in like an Oscar-winning movie. Obviously, he wants to go out there.
And Disney were messing around the contracts. Yeah,
exactly. So like I think there was issues on everyone's side there, and I think Russell T Davies made the best silk purse out of a sow's ear that he could.
Yeah.
But I think they're going to look for someone who is not a young up-and-coming person who is going to ditch them for an Academy Award.
Yeah. I think my theory on it is if you look back over Doctor Who history, when Tom Baker left, that's a big hit, right? But he's the Doctor. Like, he's really popular, kind of embodies the role. Who comes along? Someone adorable that you can't hate. Peter Davison. You know, it's a bit hard to hate him.
Yeah.
And then later on, David Tennant leaves. And although Christopher Eccleston people liked, that was only one season. David Tennant's kind of another Tom Baker situation. Big sort of,
he embodied the role.
Cultural hit phenomena character who replaces him. Someone adorable that you can't hate. Matt Smith, you know. So you're on the Helena Bonham Carter side of things, which I think is a great sort of a good seasoned actress.
Yeah, I don't
command respect in the role, I think. Or on my side of things, I could also see just someone people can't hate. Michael Palin's too old to do it. He wouldn't be him. But a Michael Palin type who's just pleasant and, you know, I could see that coming in to sort of ease over any cracks, because Doctor Who's in a position, as we said, there's a bit of a culture of hate around it at the moment.
Yeah.
A lot of people calling it for it to end or to rest.
Well, this is the thing, and like it's going to be, and people talk about hiatus when they clearly don't understand the whole thing. Doctor Who has never been on hiatus. Doctor Who was cancelled.
Yes.
Like Doctor Who was cancelled. Doctor Who has never gone on a hiatus. It was cancelled, and then they went, oh shit, people actually like this. No, we're just resting it.
Yes.
We're just resting it. But no, I think Helena Bonham Carter, because established actress, they know what she can do. I don't think you could go to another attractive young white man immediately after Shooty.
Yeah.
It would not.
No, I don't think so. No.
And I think, let's face it, if I'm talking to Tumblr here, the mother factor.
Yeah, I can see that.
The mother factor.
I think in my mind, you know who I'm thinking? It's not him. Not this.
It's not this.
Not this at all. But someone like Nick Mohammed.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean,
who you just couldn't hate.
No, he's just lovely.
Really lovely and little, and there he goes. Look at him go. Like, I think it's mother or that.
Yeah.
He's trying his best.
Man, I would watch Nick Mohammed as the Doctor.
Yeah.
Oh dear, he wouldn't do it though.
No. It's a huge. I don't think you would pick Nick, but that's in my mind. If I was to just visualize,
you're giving me a type, and that is the type.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, we can't go back to like dashing young anymore. Like
it's not going to be that.
No, they're going to have to announce someone soon. It's like everyone at the moment is expecting that they're going to announce the return of David Tennant as the 14th Doctor again for the Christmas special, because they're currently really hammering that right now is the 20th anniversary of his first season.
I think that's a death warrant on the show.
I think it's going to, like, if they're going to do that, it's going to be something like a reverse bi-generation where he has to fuse it like a Super Saiyan. He has to fuse with the new Doctor.
Anyway, we said we weren't going to get into
We weren't going to
speculation.
do it, yeah.
So-
But yeah, that's the closest we get. Like, I'm not going to listen to people online, and I'm trying not to like speculate. Because,
Imagine being a Marvel fan right now with this whole Doomsday stuff.
can we talk about the fact?
And Endgame re-releasing with new footage.
Yeah, can we not? Is it new footage or is it just
Yes.
re-edited?
So I have a friend who's a super diehard Robert Downey Jr. Tony Stark fan,
Right.
and immediately clocked that he showed up in an interview yesterday or the day before with his Tony Stark Endgame hair color, look, beard, cut, everything. They are refilming scenes because he's clearly refilming new scenes as Tony Stark because he looks exactly the same as he did in Endgame.
See, this is what shits me off, right? Yes, we know things didn't work out with Kang.
Yeah, we get it.
We get it. But the thing is, you don't get to retroactively fix a movie. Like, no, you move forward. You move forward.
And their response, they were in an interview the other day, the two producers, and they went, actually, no, we'll do whatever we want because we're the creators. So if we want to do this, we'll do it.
Yeah,
And
but
like that's their response to that. And they basically said,
okay, just gonna fade that out. The world is awful, but you don't need to hear about that. You guys are here for random Doctor Who fandom shit and the Master. Back to your regularly scheduled programming.
Anyway.
Yeah, so Doctor Who, back on that thing that we like. So yeah, back on the Master. And new Master stuff has come out in this time.
Yeah.
And I've absorbed some of it, but not all of it. We finally had some Sacha Dhawan Master stories.
Yes.
Which are fun. What else have we had? We've had a lot more Eric Roberts, which I really appreciate.
Yeah, we should probably get into some more of those.
Yeah. I will just interject here. One of the Eric Roberts is a short story read by Eric Roberts and written by a friend of the podcast, Georgia Cook.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, we'll definitely look at that. I read some fantastic books. They're old books, but you'll hear that coming up in a released episode. We talked about some books I read over the year.
Yeah.
Which was great.
I had another podcast.
You do?
I do.
Do you want to plug it?
Yeah.
I'll plug another podcast too.
Yeah. So since we've not done podcasts together, we did our own stuff. I have a show called The Sound Of, which you are in. You're in every episode.
It's cut up. I forget. I recorded it as a chunk, but it is segmented out.
I recorded one interview, but everyone is in every episode.
Yep.
Yeah, it's all about how you associate your life with music and things like that, like the sound of heartbreak and the sound of comfort and things like that. I think it's quite good. I've got a second series coming.
It was great. I'm excited to hear the second series.
Of course you are. It's got your husband in it.
Speaking of my husband, I'm a regular on his podcast. Not every week, but his podcast is Secondhand Haunting. You've heard him on this show, potentially, if you listen to the Jeffrey Beavers episode.
And the
Master Quiz.
The Master Quiz. That was fun.
Yes. And so we recently went on a holiday to Tasmania, and while we were there, we did 2 ghost tours and a bunch of tours and things like that. So we did an episode that's all about everything we did in Tasmania that was ghost related. That's coming out soon. So Secondhand Haunting, you can find me on a few of those episodes.
And you also took a photo that became my most engaged post on Blue Sky.
Oh, yes, that's right.
You found the Doctor Who masks, which everyone was weirded out that Colin Baker wasn't there, but David Tennant was.
Yes.
Because it ages. So you explain.
So I went into this antique store in New Norfolk in Tasmania, and up in the loft, but you could see them all on the edge.
Like on the rafters.
Were these latex, well, I don't know what they're made of. Wax, probably. I don't know.
No, they were
Doctor Who masks.
Yeah, I think they were latex, but.
And as you say, all the classic Doctors were there except for Colin Baker, but David Tennant was there too.
See, that was the thing that weirded everyone out, including me, because like if David Tennant wasn't there, you'd be like, oh, these things were made in the 80s.
Yeah.
Like that's what you would think, like, oh, they're randomly made. But David Tennant's clearly there and there is no Colin Baker. So I don't know whether like.
Colin had just fallen down and wasn't in the picture, but there's not a space for him. Yeah. Exactly.
So it kind of feels like, and it kind of feels like he just wasn't made. Like they were just
maybe
like, okay.
to gaze upon it is to go mad.
It's like the haunted mask, like from from R.L. Stein. Like someone put it on and is now Colin Baker.
They were made by the artist from Madame Tussauds.
Yeah,
I'm guessing Madame Tussauds Sydney, not
probably.
the UK. They were made for the ABC apparently, and she also had the TARDIS that went with them, and they all had costumes. And I mean, I inquired. I'm not going to not inquire about the cost of them. And she was like $4,000. That's 4,000 Australian dollars.
Was that just for the masks or with the costumes and the...
Not with the TARDIS, but with everything else.
With the costumes. Oh.
And you know what? Me and Callum looked at each other because it's not a no.
It's not a no. It's a not yet.
Well, it was kind of a, we have to get the hire car back by 5 o'clock and it's now 1. Like, we've got to drive to Hobart. We're not in Hobart. We didn't have time. But like, it was one of those sort of, it's not a no for a giant piece of Doctor Who Australian history /
would you like
paraphernalia.
Would you like call her and like wire transfer the money and have them shipped?
No. See, the thing is I had a feeling. I think it would be cheaper for me to go get them with my car.
Oh, okay.
I think it would be cheaper to road trip.
Just
If you and I road tripped to Tasmania for the Doctor Who, like
completely, like talk about content. Yeah,
yeah,
brilliant.
Yeah. So I have a feeling, and it's definitely a thing that you find with some antique dealers. If I'd said, "Yep, bag them up now. I've got to go. I'm going to go have a cup of tea somewhere. Get them down. I'll take them."
Yes, I will have those right now. Thank you.
Yes, I think she'd come up with a reason to not sell them to me.
Right.
Because sometimes with antique dealers, you get the sense that they are hoarding and like having things. And if you actually said, "I'll have it,"
I'm having that,
she'd be like, "Oh no, their stuff's not together. Oh no, I can't get up there now. Oh, it's too much." Like, I have a feeling that's exactly what would have happened if I'd tried to purchase them.
Yeah, okay.
But if anyone out there wants them, email us, pleaseattendcarefully@gmail.com. I will give you the details of where they are.
Amazing. And look, if we ever come up with the money and we just decide to just like road trip to...
I could afford them, I'll say that much.
Yeah. I wonder how much the TARDIS would be.
It would be a big chunk.
Yeah.
I'd have to withdraw on the mortgage.
Okay.
Which, as again, it's not a no.
It's not a no.
But the thing is, I have nowhere to put them. I have nothing to do with them. So
how long are they going to last up there? Like, that type of latex does not last long. I don't know if
it's latex. It could be wax.
Even then, that's even worse.
Because we don't know. We assumed they were masks. They could be severed wax figureheads.
No, because the Sylvester McCoy one is obviously on something and it's sort of draped. But the thing is that, because I was watching the special features of Warriors of the Deep. Warriors of the Deep is one of my favorite stories, and the new special effects are amazing. But I watched all of the special features, and they're talking about how just none of the costumes have survived because...
Yeah.
It's just in the nature of the latex that it perishes over time. There's nothing you can do about it.
Yes. I once tweeted when I used to be on Twitter a long time ago, and I was an aspiring puppeteer. So I was tweeting about the show Arabella Mortimer, which was a puppet show. Yeah. And I tweeted about it and I said how much I loved it, and I wondered if the Mortimer puppet still existed or something like that. That was just tweeting that out there into the universe. Another famous puppeteer retweeted me and said, "These puppets are all still in the basement of the BBC, but they have all disintegrated and it is a vision of hell looking at them."
Well, apparently, I was on Blue Sky the other day, and apparently the BBC, when Doctor Who finished, the TARDIS, like the actual TARDIS, because the TARDIS set, the interior, got chucked in a skip.
Yeah.
Like, and like in the last season of Doctor Who. But the actual exterior of the TARDIS, apparently it got put in the prop stores, and every time things were being culled, there was always someone who was like, "Oh, I don't want to," and would like push the TARDIS.
Yeah.
So when Doctor Who came back in 2005, the original TARDIS was still in the basement of BBC Television Centre. So this is where we are. We're looking forward to coming back to you about once a month. But in the meantime, here's some nice little bits that we've collected along the way, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye. Do you want to hear about this book I found?
I do.
It's called Whoology. The Doctor Who, the official miscellany.
Remember when ology books were everywhere?
Yes.
I would have killed for a Whoology. I bet it's not as nicely set out as like Dragonology or Egyptology.
Oh, no. It looks like a TARDIS on the front cover. It's got a section, obviously, on the Master.
Oh, wonderful.
It's called the Master's Madometer.
Are we... I hate to get into this right away. Are we saying madometer or madometer?
Whichever way you want to say it.
Okay.
It's got hyphens either side of the O, so...
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Madometer.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
So it's not crammed together. Okay.
No. To the Doctor, the Master is the quintessence of evil. To Rassilon, he's Gallifrey's most infamous child. To the Rani, however, he's an asinine cretin. But just how potty were the nefarious plans?
Potty? Sorry, it's just that sentence just sort of went, sort of rose up and then just went down again. Okay. All right, let's hear the slander.
All right, Terror of the Autons. Plans to take over the world using a Nestine energy unit, troll dolls, plastic chairs, and a few fake daffodils. Mad rating, 2. Now, as far as I can tell, you get a score of 1, 2, or 3. 1 being the least mad, 3 being the most mad. So, a 2.
I mean, it is... I think we should very much, establish at the beginning what the scale of madness is. 3 is an odd, like you'd think 5 or maybe 10.
I'll also point out, I'm going to send you the image now. We're rating these out of vibrators.
And oh my god. And
Right?
so it's the Master's tissue compression eliminator that Colin Baker loved poking people with. And I love that the mad rating 3, like all 3 of the tissue compression eliminators are open and like...
and active.
Okay. Yeah, we're measuring this in dicks. Okay, cool. Cool.
Mind of Evil. Disguises himself as Professor Emil Keller, uses an alien mind parasite to control inmates of Stagmore Prison, so he can steal a Thunderbolt missile, blow up a peace conference, and bring about World War III. That was a long sentence.
It was a long sentence. It was also a long serial, to be perfectly honest. Just to interject here, there was a thing on Blue Sky a couple of weeks ago. It was like unpopular opinions that would have your Doctor Who card revoked. And I said, almost all 6-part stories could have been a 4-part story.
Correct.
Correct. And like that's one of those examples. Like there's too much. You know that your story's too long when there's too many steps to the plan, or the Doctor and the companion escape and are recaptured several times.
Yes, more than one kidnapping is too long.
Yeah. Just work with the kidnapping you got.
What do you think? It's got a mad rating of 3, the max amount of mad.
It is the max amount of mad. I suppose that just doesn't really say what mad... Like, is mad as in it was a mad, stupid idea, or mad as in... like...
Yes.
Okay, I agree with, like, medium mad for the Terror of the Autons.
But our research would prove that it's actually a very effective plan.
It is a very effective plan, isn't it? Because, remember we were doing that thing where we were just like, is it more effective than daffodils? And it's like, well, no, nothing was more effective. And I suppose if we're to if we're looking at the Mind of Evil as quite mad, but then if we take into account Sympathy for the Devil, which is technically a sequel to the Mind of Evil, kind of. It was. No, I think it was quite mad. I think.
Now, I don't know if we want to go through all of these because it's all the classic Master. Oh no, it's all the way up to Sim.
All right, we'll pick out some of the choicer ones for us.
Okay, so although it is the next one, for Delgado, it regards his best plans, so the least mad, the least amount of vibrators, as the Claws of Axos, and the Sea Devils, and Frontier in Space.
Hold on, right. How is Claws of Axos the least mad? His plan is literally just getting picked up and then just trying to mug his way out of it. Like, that is the most muggy episode ever. He doesn't even turn up until the second episode or something when someone's inside the Axos and the Master's just hanging there like, hey, how you doing?
Yeah, not much madness apparently. The most mad one is the Mind of Evil, as we've just discussed. The rest are all middling.
Just middling evil?
Yeah. I love that Time Monster is middling.
So if it does all of them, let's hear some Tree Mass Master.
Well, I could almost ask you to guess. I
Okay,
don't know
sure,
what the
sure.
format of this episode is.
Do we like it?
Yeah. The Deadly Assassin. Out of 3, how mad is the Deadly Assassin?
2.
The plan.
The plan.
That's correct. Middling.
Middling. Yeah. Not very mad. Quite mad, and very mad indeed.
Keeper of Ciarán.
That one seems quite sensible to me. Like, it is a very sensible plan. He's just waiting there, slowly leeching off the power. I want to call that a 1.
No, middling.
Middling. Why? Because I suppose the problem with this thing is at the same time we're trying to guess what their system is and then also justify their system.
You can disagree with the system. You don't have to agree.
I mean, look, I get it, but I feel like I'm imposing my own rules upon their system. Like, I get it, yeah, like this, the plan is okay, but then the idea of stealing Tree Mass's body.
Remember, they ask just how potty were his nefarious plans. So, the definition of potty doing a lot of lifting there.
Yeah.
Not a word you hear.
No, not
really?
often. I feel for any American readers of the book, because then they might read it as potty, as in like how shit are his plans.
Yeah. All right. Logopolis.
Yes, where it started for us. People of the universe, please attend carefully. That has to be a 2, right?
It's a 3.
It's a 3. Oh, sorry, I got confused. See, I naturally assumed anything was either a 2 or a 1 because you said,
Oh, no.
the Mind of Evil is the only 3, and I'm just like, that's a bit
Sorry,
weird.
I said for Delgado.
Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, well,
Sorry.
no, 3 I totally understand then. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Castrovalva, the second half of the plan.
3.
Yes.
Yeah, Castrovalva is actually insane. Do you know what? I'm going to lure the Doctor to an MC Escher painting. I feel like this system should have been out of 5. It would have been a much easier system.
I agree. I'm guessing. I think you could fit 5 vibrators across the.
We're not here to king shame.
Time flight.
The most expensive classics? No, that's right. No, because the intro, like the CG intro to Trial of a Time Lord, was the most expensive, which was nuts. But yeah, no, they had a Concorde for this story. So how nuts is a story with a Concorde? It's a 3.
Middling.
I mean, but he's also dressed up in that character that is borderline yellow face.
All right, King's Demons.
No one likes this story, and I don't know why. I do. I really enjoy it.
Here we go. You'll love this. They're having a go. Posing as a French swordsman, tries to stop the signing of the Magna Carta by means of a shape-shifting android and a dodgy accent.
Oh, that is so rude. I enjoy it. I mean, there's basically 2 scenes in that whole episode, you know, and it's a 2-part episode, and no one knew what to do with, like, 2-episode stories.
2 parts, yeah.
No one knew what to do with 2-episode stories. And Chameleon is just great. Obviously, I'm assuming from the way they've described, it's a 2 or a 3.
1.
It's a what? Is it just
Yeah,
because it's boring
sensible
to them?
plan. Yeah, well, I guess it's just sensible. Nothing.
Yeah, stop
stupid.
the signing of the Magna Carta for some reason.
Yes. Planet of Fire.
Doctor, how could you do this to me? Your own. It's a 2, right?
Yes.
It's a 2.
Middling.
Yeah. There's lots to like about Planet of Fire, and there's lots to not like about Planet of Fire.
All right.
I like a lot of the matte paintings that are done on it. So.
All right, I'm going to read the next one out entirety.
Okay.
The Mark of the Rani teams up with the Rani to accelerate the Industrial Revolution, but instead larks around disguised as Wurzel Gummidge.
But that's not what happens.
No, it's not. It's not what happens.
The Rani is doing her own thing. She's extracting, like, melatonin from the workers, which is turning them into Luddites. And the Master's just like, you know what? While I'm here, let's just do something about the Industrial Revolution, seeing as Stevenson's over there. But yeah, the Master's just like, I'm gonna fuck up everyone's plans. La da 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 da. Okay.
Yeah, how mad is the Mark of the Rani?
How mad is the Mark of the Rani? I don't think there's a plan. Like, I don't think there's a plan in Mark of the Rani, so I don't think it can be considered. It's either 1 or 3.
It's 3.
It's 3. Okay, cool. Because like, there's no plan
There's no plan. No.
As
Right.
you said in our episode about it, the Master's just like, yes, and.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, the next one.
Yep.
The Trial of a Time Lord, the ultimate foe.
It's not even his story. He's just that he saves the day, if anything. He's the hero of that story. God.
Yeah, it says here, sits down and watches a courtroom drama for 12 episodes, then steps in when he realizes that the Valiard, the distillation of everything and evil in the Doctor, might win and wipe the floor with him. Your silence speaks volumes.
The only person who gets to kill my boyfriend is me. But you know, he's just literally there. Like, I don't even know. Like, I'm not all over the production side of things. I don't know what happened in that story. I don't know what made them think, you know what? Let's get Tony in. Let's put him in front of a green screen and have him do a couple of lines.
Yeah.
Just as the Deus Ex Machina of the story. Like, literally the Deus Ex Machina of the story.
The script's running a bit long. We got to wrap it up.
Oh, yeah. That's a 1, right? It has to be a 1.
Yes.
Okay, if it was anything
Sensible.
other than that, I would email Cavan Scott right now. Dear sir,
Alright.
you asserted 12 years ago.
All right. Survival.
That one is nuts. Man becomes crazy cat lady. I'm assuming that one's a 3.
It is a 3.
Of course, it has to be a 3, right?
So he's got a lot more 3s than Delgado had.
That's understandable.
And in the middle, Beaver's Master has just moderate, sensible plans. Like, is it middling?
Well, and this obviously doesn't cover the books and it doesn't cover the audios and things like that, but it does give you a very much a sign of what their plans are like. And we've said before
Yes.
that, like, Ainley is very, like, Scooby-Doo villain, right?
Oh, we missed one.
What would we miss?
The 5 Doctors.
Oh, that's not his plan. I mean, it was in the original script, let's face it. But, okay, I'm going to say, again, it's mugging. Like, I want a story, like fanfic writers out there, anyone who's submitting a short trip to Big Finish, I want a story where the Master goes to theatre sports class. I want the Master on Whose Line. But yeah, 5 Doctors, I'm going to say it's a 2. Gotta be a 2, right?
No, it's 1. Very sensible.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I overthought it. Yeah.
And so you call it mugging, and so do I.
Mm.
The book very kindly puts it this way. Forced into rescuing the Doctors from the death zone, he thinks on the hoof and tries to claim immortality from Rassilon.
Thinks on the hoof.
Yeah.
He disappears under a pile of doctors. What I find quite funny about this little thing that we're doing here is I'm actually quoting us quite a lot.
Yeah.
Remember when we were funny?
Yeah.
Is the Bruce Master on there? Did we?
Yes, he is. Doctor Who. It just says Doctor Who.
Yeah. Doctor Who, the movie, the television movie.
No, just Doctor Who.
Just Doctor Who. Okay. What does it say about the plan?
This is going to be another long sentence, so stay with me.
Sure.
Seemingly exterminated by the Daleks, tricks the Doctor into taking his mortal remains back to Gallifrey, morphs into an alien death snake thing, takes over the corpse of an ambulance driver, and opens the Eye of Harmony so he can steal the Doctor's remaining regenerations, nearly destroying Earth in the process.
Yep, that was a long sentence. I assume that's a 3.
No.
What?
2.
Okay, now their system is letting them down. To be perfectly honest, that is the most that episode is the most bonkers.
Yeah.
The Master
he
has been.
spits goo in that episode.
Yeah. Caustic phlegm.
All right. We're into modern. We've only got 2 modern ones. Oh, 3 modern ones. All right. Utopia.
So this is a 1. If we're going by this being the War Master's plan to hide, and yeah, that's got to be a 1, right? Very sensible.
It's a controversial 0. They've introduced 0 into the system.
You can't just change the system.
Yep. Wipes his own memory and disguises himself as a human to escape the horrors of the Time War. As plans go, we can't argue with it. Successful. Completely non-mad 0. Not mad at all.
Okay. I tried to work within the system, but they smashed the system in front of me.
Yeah, I knew that would make you annoyed.
Okay, so the next one is Last of the Time Lords.
No, it's Sound of Drums.
Sound of Drums, Last of the Time Lords, yeah. I mean, it's a 2-parter, right?
They're going to put... Yeah, they put them together.
Yeah, good. I was going to say, if they did them individually, God.
So, Sound of Drums.
To use the satellites to control people's minds, to make him vote for him to become prime minister, to then use the human race from the future to subjugate the human race of the past through a time rift, and then wage war on the rest of the universe. 3?
Yes, 3.
Yeah.
Mad.
Like, that's moustache twirling mad.
All right, finally, the end of time.
To turn everyone on the planet into himself, to then pinpoint the... Well, no, that wasn't even his... That wasn't... I feel like there's an awful lot of mugging in this story that sort of goes unnoticed. So his plan in the beginning is just to turn everyone into him. But then he gets the idea, he's just like, oh, I can track down that signal now that there's, 8 billion me's. And then he finds the Time Lords and he's just like, aha, I shall turn the Time Lords into me as well. Like, everything after turning everyone into him is just thinking on his feet.
Doesn't Rassilon use the connection that he put in there to bring Gallifrey back?
Oh, yeah. So that's
and all... then he's like, oh, well, now I can make all of them me.
Yeah, exactly. But that's what, from the Master's point of view... Yeah. Everything after everyone turning into him is just gravy. He's making it up.
How mad?
It's got to be a 2.
Correct, it's a 2.
I think I'm working out the system right at the end of the system.
Yeah, that's the end.
Woo! It's an abortion storyline, right? Like,
oh, really? I didn't think about that.
Well, no, it's not anti. Sorry, it's pro-abortion. Like, because they go to this station, right? The babies are there, and they say they couldn't switch off the machines because
they're not allowed to.
They're not allowed to, but no one's there to look after them.
Yeah, so they're all just...
Yeah, so the babies are born and there's no one to look after them. Like, it's America, right? That is Russell T Davies going, America, diss you.
I didn't read that much into it, but yeah, I guess that is correct. I was too busy caught up in the whole discourse about looms confirmed.
Fuck off.
I just said that to wind you up.
I know. I'm so sick of like, you know what? Like, I'm an old man. I'm not Ian Levine, old bitter, but like I'm accepting my... I'm coming into old age. Someone said like at 30,
Ciarán, you're 34.
Yeah, no. Was it John Finnemore said 34 is like the old end of young and the young end of old. Anyway, but no, like there is a tendency that I have noticed, especially among young fans, to pick something from the old show or the wilderness, like the classic show or the wilderness years. I don't want to say that's a different argument. Anyway, they pick something, especially like the looms or the fucking rock death. They love picking that and then holding this up as this is the most important piece of canon. Fuck off.
Old man yells at cloud.
Yes, old man quite literally. Old man yells at cloud. Yeah.
Old man yells at loom.
So yeah, the looms thing. It does not in any way confirm the looms. It's babies being born in a test tube. That is not looms. The closest we have come to confirming looms, because I was just recently re-listening to Gallifrey Time War 1, the very first Gallifrey Time War box set.
Yep.
Because I'm doing research for the Paul Spragg Memorial Short Trip Opportunity.
Oh, I see.
And there is a bit where they find out the CIA finds out what the war room are doing because one of their drones goes haywire over the loom forests. That is the closest you get to looms, I'm afraid.
Well, we'll take it.
It is a good story, but the problem was, and I think maybe the reason it is where it is because Russell T Davies learnt his lesson about episodes being overhyped. And it's not that he necessarily overhyped them. I don't think he
No,
put it...
because the marketing team might have.
Well, I don't even think it was that. I mean, you look at Wild Blue Yonder and how shit that, like, it just went straight in the community because the community amped themselves up. They were just like, oh, it's going to feature past doctors. Oh, it's going to be an adaptation of Scherzo. Yeah.
I think it bounced back though. Like initially there was like this wasn't what we thought, but then I think it bounced back up of like, but it was really incredible, phenomenal episode.
Yeah.
So I think it rode the wave of disappointment very well.
Yeah.
Back up into, oh no, this is really good. Double-hander, only 2 actors.
Yeah.
Fantastic in scope episode.
So I love, say, like for example, Doctor Who season 3 of the new series with Martha, right?
Yep.
Perfect season in that each episode is self-contained with visual or auditory cues that lead you to Harold Saxon,
Yes.
right? This season is not doing that for me because each season, like each episode actually has, you cut away from the action to have snow suddenly falling and you're like, that's you can't then take this episode and have it be a standalone story that you can enjoy
true.
on its own. You have to have the understanding of what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
And that's not Doctor Who to me. Like even when Doctor Who has had these ongoing story arcs, it's not the Doctor Who that I know and love that you can just go and pick a story. Like you can go and pick the Robots of Death or Battlefield.
Yeah, you're not dipping into this season with her making snow.
Yeah. Like Doctor Who is the ultimate dip-in show. You should be able to...
Yeah.
You should be able
That's
to
a good
enjoy
point.
episodes outside of their season. And I know that's hard for some people to understand, people who believe that shows have to be seasons. Like people who have to binge things, but that's not how TV has to be.
Yeah, I also wonder these days how aware filmmakers are of dual screening going on. So if you went and rewatch season 3 now in the way that a lot of people consume media now in that dual screen way, you wouldn't see the the Vote Saxon posters in the background because if you wouldn't be looking, you'd be looking at your phone.
Well,
So you wouldn't be looking at all the visual cues in the background. You probably wouldn't be paying enough attention to hear any musical cues. You know, I wonder whether or not they have to be more overt with their storytelling to be like, look, we are showing you a through line.
yeah, I'm pretty sure Richard Osman talked about this in his podcast, The Rest is Entertainment, how, yeah, like a lot of them are having to sort of stop and think that people are sort of... As a podcaster, I've always referred to it as sort of co-entertainment.
Yeah.
So like it's something that you do while you're doing something else. Like if you're watching TV, you're doing something on your phone, or if you're listening to a podcast, you might be doing the dishes or driving, or like it's something that you do while you're doing something else. People lead such busy lives that they are constantly absorbing media in different ways. I mean, sometimes, and I urge anyone to actually take a moment, especially with podcasts, to just sit in a chair, close your eyes and listen.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you need that.
Yeah.
I know, God knows we do when we're trying to make a podcast out of episodes. This is the thing, right? Like Russell T Davies killed all the Time Lords, and then Stephen Moffat spent so much time and effort bringing them back, giving them good like impetus to move forward,
some lore and
giving them something to, you know, the Sisterhood of Khan were back. Oh yes, I love that.
We got that Paul McGann scene, which was beautiful. The Night of the Doctor.
Yeah, and like, but by the end of the 12th Doctor, like the Sisterhood of Khan looked like they might be running Gallifrey. We've talked about this before. And I really wanted more of that. And then Chris Chibnall's just like, nah, Master kills them all.
Yeah, but I mean, you know,
look, yeah, sure, for character development, I've always said
love that for the Master.
Yeah, love that for him.
Yeah, it's fine. And I guess, you know, Rusty Davis goes, oh great, I don't have to do anything. It's where I want it.
It's just like, oh, for fuck's sake. Like there is a massive show. There is 60 years before you got here, but we're going to sum it up in a few words.
Yeah, and if you went back now, if you're a brand new watcher and you watch this and you're like, oh, I'll start from the beginning, you'd find Susan straight away. You'd be like, it would easily bridge you back to the start because you'd turn it on and you'd be like, oh, okay, that's the daughter the granddaughter he mentioned he had. Like,
I will like.
Don't start at the beginning.
Don't start at the beginning. Never start at the beginning. Doctor Who is the ultimate dip-in show.
Yeah,
just find something and just watch it and enjoy it. You've got to come to. You don't enjoy the first 4 seasons of the show until you enjoy Doctor Who as a whole. You can't go back because they are so slow by today's standards. They're so slow.
Yeah.
And
there's some Pertwee even that's interminable to try and get through.
Like Inferno is 7 episodes, and you're just like Jesus. And you remember Twice Upon a Time, everyone was going on about, oh my God, what did they do to the first Doctor? Why is he such a misogynist? It's just like, have you seen?
Yeah.
Have you seen? The line about you having a smacked bottom is genuinely ripped directly from an episode.
Yeah.
Standards have changed.
Yeah.
Standards have changed. Anyway. What about the line where Ruby's hearing some music and it's like, oh, Doctor, there's music, and then gets carried out. And the Doctor says, oh, I thought that was non-diegetic. And goes and it's just like, what do we make of the Doctor being able to hear the non-diegetic music in Doctor Who?
I think that means that the Saxon Master got a raw deal.
All he got was drums.
Can you hear the drums? And everyone's like, this man's crazy. And the Doctor's like, oh yeah, I hear the soundtrack all the time. And it's fine. When he does it, it's fine. But when I do it, I'm a psychopath.
Well, he's got the Doctor Who theme as one of the records on the jukebox. Yeah. The amount of... I don't know. At the moment, I kind of want to talk about the amount of shit that I'm seeing lately. The people who are just like, oh, they'll be cancelled within a year. Oh,
it's
Russell
the casual
T Davies
viewer returning to the thing. I always say that the Tumblr tags are absolute shit when the casual viewers return to the tag, because suddenly every single person oh man, this is so rich coming from us with the podcast microphones turned on.
Yeah,
but everyone says everything about this show. You would see every opinion imaginable out there right now. All the way from I hate it to I love it.
I'd just I'm just seeing I suppose because I still haven't quite given up Facebook entirely, and Facebook is populated by old angry men, which really says a lot about me. But the amount of people who are just the whole go work go broke bullshit. It's a bit gross. And I find it weird when I'm confronted with stuff like that, when I'm just like, how is Doctor Who your favorite show and this is the way you act?
Yeah.
The show about tolerance, that show? Yeah.
The Master. Looking gorgeous as always.
Would you like to know the next chapter after the Master one?
Please do tell me.
It's all the somethings of Rassilon that the show mentions.
Oh my God, really?
Yes. And it says what episode they're from. I'll tell you right now, there's a lot of the 5 Doctors in here. The things of Rassilon and other Gallifreyan stuff.
Amazing.
I don't know, do you want to guess what episode they're from?
Yeah, sure.
The Black Scrolls of Rassilon.
Well, that is from the 5 Doctors. Yes.
Yeah.
We found the Black Scrolls of Rassilon. Really? I thought they were out of print.
Right. The Circlet of Rassilon.
Circlet of Rassilon. That's not 5 Doctors, because in the 5 Doctors is the Coroner of Rassilon.
Yes, I can read you the description, and
sure.
It might help you.
Yeah.
Used to access the Matrix, the repository of all Time Lord knowledge.
Oh, it's the Deadly Assassin.
No.
No? Oh, then it's the Invasion of Time.
Correct. I'm not trying to turn this into Were You Attending Carefully.
No. I'm having fun.
Coronet of Rassilon.
The Coronet of Rassilon is in 5 Doctors. I wear the Coronet of Rassilon. And very fetching it is too.
Do you know what it does?
Oh, it amplifies my will.
It enables the wearer to control the minds of others.
Yeah.
The Great Key of Rassilon.
The Great Key is also in the Invasion of Time.
Yes.
And it's literally just a key. It's literally a fucking key.
It activates the DMAT gun, Gallifrey's ultimate weapon.
Yes.
The Gauntlet of Rassilon.
The Gauntlet of Rassilon?
Yes.
Is that what they're calling the thing that Timothy Dalton wears in The End of Time?
Yes, it is.
See, I've never called it the Gauntlet of Rassilon. I always assumed that the Gauntlet was literally a visual representation of the Hand of Omega. That is what I always
It's a more
assumed.
interesting interpretation. The Harp of Rassilon.
Strange, I never knew he was musical. 5 Doctors, and he just spends ages plucking at the tune before he's just like, oh, there's a tune on the picture there. Maybe I'll do that.
All right, the next one is a little annoying. Not to be confused with the Great Key of Rassilon. It's the Key of Rassilon.
Is that one in The Deadly Assassin?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, sorry. Trial of a Time Lord.
Oh, yeah, okay, fair enough.
Allows the Time Lords to physically enter the Matrix. Rassilon clearly liked a good key.
It's just like someone walks in with a big like oversized key ring. It's just like, okay, so this one's for the front door, this one's for the Matrix.
Well, I like that you can use the key of Rassilon or the circlet of Rassilon to get into the Matrix.
He had a lot of, maybe the circlet of Rassilon is just the key ring of Rassilon. It's just really big.
All right, are you ready for the next one?
Yes.
The Record of Rassilon. He was really into collecting vinyl.
Yes. What about my old 78s? The Record of Rassilon is...
Rassilon's own chronicle of the war against the vampires. A copy was kept on all Type 40 TARDISes.
Oh, yes. So it is State of Decay.
Yes. The Ring of Rassilon.
The Ring of Rassilon is from the 5 Doctors. Barusa takes it off, and then he becomes a statue, and then the ring appears back on Rassilon's finger.
Correct. The Rod of Rassilon. Ooh.
The Rod of Rassilon is that is in the what'd you call it? The 4th Doctor one.
It's in 2 episodes.
Is it? Well, I know it's definitely in The Deadly Assassin because it's the rod and the sash of Rassilon.
Yes.
So if it appears in another story, then the Rod of Rassilon possibly appears in The Invasion of Time.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Okay, well, the Sash of Rassilon.
Yep, that appears in The Deadly Assassin. It's made of what is clearly plastic. Like, it barely bends. It's very funny looking at it. Like, it all looks like it's vac-formed plastic, but it's meant to look like jewels.
The Seal of Rassilon. Must we have these in here? Yes.
The Seal of Rassilon appears in several stories. First appears in the 5 Doctors. It's given to the Master as... give this to the Doctor to prove your credentials. The Doctor takes one look at it and goes, I'll take this. You've obviously stolen it. But then, it won't appear in this book, but it does again appear in the Time of the Doctor with, like, Matt Smith has just been carrying it around and he uses it to give, like, Gallifreyan credentials to Handles, the Cyberman head.
Various is written here.
Oh,
so
Various,
yes.
yeah.
And finally, the Tomb of Rassilon.
They did. There are other like things that of Rassilon in there. I mean, there's the Tomb of Rassilon. To Rassilon's tower, who go must choose above, between, below. But yeah, the 5 Doctors. I think there's lots.
Yes.
There's probably lots more Rassilons out there. I think I probably put even more in the supercut I did in the episode about the 5 Doctors. The game of Rassilon. I mean, that's a big thing in that story. But I mean, I suppose they can't just constantly reference the 5 Doctors.
Now, I do like this book, and they put some good stuff together, but I feel like sometimes they just got to the end of a page and went, well, we're not taking this over the page. Like, it can end there for space.
Yep.
Because they've got other Time Lord artifacts, but there's only 4.
Oh, yeah.
There's the previously mentioned Hand of Omega.
Yeah, that was in 7th Doctor story. It appears in several, but the main one it comes up in is the Seventh Doctor story, the Remembrance of the Daleks.
Yes. The Genesis arc.
That's the thing the Daleks stole, isn't it? And they use in Doomsday.
Yes. Validium?
Iridium. Oh, is that the Silver Nemesis? That's the statue.
Yes.
Yeah. I watched that recently because that was the last box set that came out. I really, really enjoyed it.
And I don't think that this is necessarily a Time Lord artifact, but anyway, the Untempered Schism.
Yes. The Stargate.
Yeah. Yes.
Awesome. Well, this is the end of the podcast of Rassilon. Actually, I shouldn't say that because I'm pretty sure there actually is a podcast of Rassilon.
Oh.
Someone got there first. It was always bound to happen.
Joe Grant, look. Shooting stars.
They're so pretty.
That's it. That's all for this episode of Please Attend Carefully. Well, almost. Couple of small things. Just wanted to let you know, we've hinted at it. We will be returning at 1 episode per month, which sounds like not much, but that's still 12 episodes more than you got in the last year. Also, that doesn't include this episode. This is just a special reintroductory episode. Our episodes will release on the 23rd of every month, so our first episode back will be in a couple of weeks' time, and it will feature the Keeper of Traken. Until then, for those of you who have listened to this episode and thought that maybe we weren't quite back up to our normal standards, sorry, we are getting there. You might have listened and thought they're not being as, shall we say, lewd as we normally do. We leave you with this little clip, which honestly might hurt you to listen. But we look forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks with our first full episode back. Bye. Recording.
Ciarán. Smash or pass?
Oh God, no.
Inventor.
Pass.
Suave.
Smash.
Decayed.
Pass. Sorry.
Decayed, non-decayed.
Oh, pass.
Tremus.
Smash.
Bruce.
Smash.
Unbound.
Oh, Gators. Oh, smash.
Reborn.
Oh, yeah, smash.
War.
Yeah, go on.
Saxon.
Smash.
Missy.
Smash.
Spy.
Smash.
Generic.
Generic. Does he get to wear the cape?
Yes.
Smash.
War Chief.
Smash.
And finally, Lumiat.
Oh, I mean, vanilla, but smash.